Be careful what you wish for. What other lesson can we take away from this second season of Star Trek Picard, which, let's just say it up front here, might just be the worst season of Star Trek ever produced? Next Gen Year 1, take the party outside.
What the hell is happening here?
Excellent question, Jean-Luc.
Season 1 of Picard was a mixed bag to be sure, as the series sought to put a parsec's distance between the title character and his Next Generation days. No uniforms, no starships, no Enterprise crew. These were more or less the mandates that enabled Stewart to return to space. Sure, there was some good stuff here and there, but the result was often a dour, dark, and just kind of confused affair. And so, Season 2 seemed to be attempting a course correction right out of the gate, with the opening scene of the premiere set on a starship in the midst of a battle. The first season's cast, the Picard Squad, were mostly reconfigured into more likably, familiarly Star Trekian versions of themselves, even while Jean-Luc himself seemed to have a new lease on life. Oh, and TNG staples Q and Guinan were back in recurring roles. But again, and Q would know this better than anyone, be careful what you wish for. After that fun Season 2 premiere, things began to take a turn for the tropey, if still enjoyable. It's as if the production, in reaction to Season 1's distancing from the treks that have come before, slingshotted too far around the storytelling sun to accommodate all the things we've loved about the franchise in the past. Unfortunately, as it unfolded, Picard Season 2 began to feel like nothing but a greatest hits album. And not just that, but one of those albums where it's all covers of your favorite songs. It seemed clear from the start that the writers wanted to undo a lot of what they were stuck with after the prior season. Core characters like Soji and Elnor were effectively written out of the proceedings. Brent Spiner's fairly unremarkable Dr. Alton Sung was replaced with yet another Sung, this time the kind of screechy, hysterical, and sloppy Adam Sung. And even the budding relationship between Raffi and Seven that was hinted at in the Season 1 finale is in the post-breakup stage when we rejoin them here. That said, it was nice to see the gang again as the new season began with characters like Captain Rios and Agnes Girardi coming across as more likable versions of their Season 1 selves. But as the characters time traveled to the past and it became clear that they were not headed back to the future anytime soon, a sense of running in place overtook things. This included some characters heading out on multi-episode missions that, in the end, accomplished nothing. Picard's arc this season certainly had promise, and it works to a degree as the show digs into his childhood and the mental health struggles of his mother. The show seeks to tie his budding romance with Larissa and apparent inability to commit to that relationship to the mysterious past that is slowly revealed over the course of Season 2's 10 episodes. But it hits a wall in part because Larissa herself is given such a short shrift, introduced in the premiere as she is, and then basically shoved aside until the final moments of the finale. Instead, Orla Brady spends most of her expanded role this season as Talon, a Romulan supervisor charged with guarding Rene Picard, a family member of Jean-Luc's from the 21st century. It's a lot. And as the season wore on, it increasingly seemed like the disparate story threads just couldn't be tied together in any kind of satisfying way in the end. As far as Guinan and Q go, the younger Guinan of the past, played by Ito Agayure, brought a spark to the season whenever she'd show up, but she also never really felt like Guinan. And Q is just adrift throughout with no clear direction. It is Q's overarching story, which is supposed to be the entire reason why the events of this season take place, that seems to make the least sense. And hence, the season itself ends with a big shoulder shrug.
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Picard Season 2 started off in a good place, looking to amend some of the missteps of the show's freshman year, but in attempting to embrace and celebrate the things that fans love about Star Trek, the show fell into the trap of regurgitating old concepts. Picard's central arc had some interesting developments, but overall it never quite gels. Meanwhile, the majority of the Picard Squad were seemingly doomed to run in place throughout the season, biding their time until they were written off the show entirely.
I believe you have one final frontier yet to come.
For more Picard, check out our full review of the Season 2 premiere, and for everything else, stick with IGN.